Mr. Chairman, since this is for the first time Armenia asking for the floor, let me congratulate you upon your election and ensure on Armenia's full support and cooperation in your activities. Господин председатель.
Mr. Chairman, I have the honor today to speak on behalf of the members of the Collective Security Treaty Organization, the CSTO. Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyz Republic, Tajikistan, and the Russian Federation. And I speak under the item Measures to Eliminate International Terrorism. The members of CSTO are deeply concerned over the growing threat of terrorism to international peace, security, and the sovereignty of states. We strongly condemn terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. There can be no justification for terrorist acts, either ideological, religious, political, racial, ethnic, or any other grounds. The barbaric mass killings of civilians by terrorists, the destruction of historical monuments and cultural monuments, the desecration of religious shrines, all of these are simply incompatible with the principles of humanism or morality. To combat this, we have to work together in the international community. We call for a broad anti-terrorist coalition under the auspices of the United Nations, respecting the principles of international law without any politicization or preconditions. We note the need for full implementation of the relevant resolutions of the Security Council and the Global Counterterrorism Strategy, and also swift adoption of a comprehensive convention on combating international terrorism. First of all, we have to stop these threats to the human race by the international terrorist organizations such as ISIL, Al-Qaeda, Jabhat al-Nusra, and other related terrorist groups. Elimination of this global scourge can be promoted by broadening the interaction of states at the political level and at the level of special services, ministries, and departments. States and their competent authorities must play the decisive role in effective countering terrorism both nationally and internationally. What is fundamentally important here is countering the ideology of terrorism and extremism. There must be agreed measures against persons that act in terrorist ways. And we also have to counter the foreign terrorist fighters. We must strengthen within our states and our societies the effort to counter radical propaganda, and we must strengthen what can be done by civil society and the media, scientific and educational institutions, and religious communities in that respect. We believe that a successful struggle involves putting a stop to funding of terrorism. This is called for in Security Council resolutions 2199 and 2253. And there is also the work of FATF, the Financial Action Task Force. We call for efforts to identify states and physical and legal persons that are involved in economic links with ISIL, Al-Qaeda, Jabhat al-Nusra, and other terrorist groups, and we must stop the funding and material and technical assistance to terrorism. We stand ready, sir, to cooperate fully in efforts to counter terrorism and other criminal challenges and threats to security, together with other interested states and international organizations. Thank you.